Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Ben Dross, ADP Payroll Services. You can send it over the next slide. This is some of my people in life that mean a lot to me. If you've seen me, I've done this presentation a few times, and not much has changed on my personal end in the last 6 or so months. There's my lovely girlfriend Samantha and I on the top right at a Capitals game. I used to work for the Capitals. There's a picture of me and my former Caps crew teammates in the bottom. In the middle, me and a bunch of my coworkers. Some of you have met my boss, Jake, who's next to me in that picture, the tall guy. He's with me a lot of the times. And my family in Italy, we're going to back to Europe in the summer. I'm really excited for that. And then obviously, I'm a very proud Syracuse Orange. So there's me and my buddy Otto and a few of my friends at graduation. Thank you guys. I always like to sort of start off with this slide. As I was putting this together and then I was sitting, I double checked this, but I missed OmniNet. So I'm sorry, Jay. I feel terrible, but OmniNet is also a client of ADP. It just didn't come on through me and I missed it. And I know there's a few other of you guys that might use ADP, but thank you guys because without you all, that's part of the reason that we work so well together. I appreciate it. So thank you guys for being clients. I always like to highlight you guys. But next slide. This is another one that I feel like is really cool. There's a lot of misconceptions about ADP that I always like to kind of, take this opportunity to give for. There's a lot of turnover. People to think about what do these numbers mean, and I'll give you guys a second to look at the page and see if you can guess what the numbers are. A million plus is the amount of clients ADP has. ADP has over a million businesses we do payroll for. 92% is our satisfaction rate. We get the highest on every survey. We're the largest payroll provider in the country. We beat out all of our competitors. That's through, uh, you know, a very highly rated survey for tech companies. 92% satisfaction rate. 8,000 is the amount of savings we can offer to the small business owner just on tasks and things we're able to take on for them. On average, is what we see. And then one is the smallest client I work with. A lot of people think ADP is only for big companies, but we do a lot of work for small companies too. So I always like to highlight that, especially in the small business chapter. A few of you guys are one employee S corps, and we were able to work with you guys do the payroll. So move to the next slide. Do you know anyone needs to hire and pay employees? Everyone always asks me what a great referral is. If you get a check and taxes are already taken out of it, or you know someone who does, it means they're using a payroll provider. All payroll providers really do is just file your taxes for you. It's nothing really exciting or flashy. There's other things that we do that are flashy and exciting, but truly basic. If you get a W-2, a payroll provider is doing it. And those are my favorite people to talk to because they already have a payroll provider. If they're just paying cash or they're doing 1099s, I have to convince them to start running W-2 payroll and paying employer taxes, which no one loves to do. We'll still take those. But anybody with a W-2, it's really easy for me to go side by side and quite frankly, just offer them a better service. So W-2 payroll, you can see on the screen a couple other things that we do that kind of set us apart from our competitors. But you can move to the next slide. I talked about accountants earlier. Accountants, obviously, they are a really big connector because if you're a small business owner, you probably really are passionate about what you do, but you might not really be passionate about taxes or back office work. So you ask an accountant or a bookkeeper to handle it for you. ADP has a tool that's specially designed for accountants. It's actually free for them to use. We just want their clients to be on ADP payroll for it to work, but then they get that access. So if you know an accountant or a bookkeeper that is really disorganized or just wants better access to their clients, ADP can really help them in regards to that. You can go to the next slide. Conversations I like to have. I love this one. Basically, I'm looking to talk to three different types of people. New business owners, I'm happy to educate them. I've had a few people through BNI. I get a lot of these that call me, like, Ben, I'm paying someone for the first time. Like, Harold's a great example of this with another plumber. I know Dr. Gahari and I have had some conversations about this where they're like, what do I need to do? And I sort of explain to them, the tax IDs that are required, what we need to get in place, put them on the right payroll package for them, and get them started. Analysis conversations, also really great ones I love to have. I don't know if any of you guys remember Jim Joseph. Him, me, Mike, and Walter kind of lit up the golf course yesterday. But when I first joined, BNI. He was a member, and he was using iSolved. And he was like, Ben, I'm happy to let you look at my iSolved system and see if you can do something better. We were able to blow him and his bookkeeper out of the water with our presentation. They loved it. We moved him over to ADP, and the bookkeeper. That's that third conversation, influence. She loved it so much that she moved her other clients over to ADP because it was just easier for her. And she knew she had a rep that she could trust in me. So very much power of BNI. It's cool to do this presentation, talk about those past experiences, but those are the three types of people I love to talk to. You go to the next slide. Good referrals for me. I've said it a bunch, but accountants and bookkeepers, please, if you know any, send them to me. Business consultants are also a good one because they're doing the same sort of stuff. And then HVACs, restaurants are also ones we see a lot of. If you know any commercial property managers, odds are each building has its own EIN number and its own small staff. ADP will actually like pay them to bring over their businesses. It's like a broken program. So if you know any commercial property managers, they should talk to me before ADP realizes that there's no way that's profitable because it's kind of an insane deal. Doctors' offices we really love to see, but really, as I've said, any business with a W-2, I've got that side on the right with some questions. Like I feel like whenever I do a one-to-one, I'm always like, what are you listening for? For ADP, I'm looking for someone who doesn't like their current payroll provider, starting a new business, is struggling to attract employees, has a tax invoice that's bothering them. So those are great referrals. You can go to the next slide. These are objections I get all the time. ADP is too expensive. We are one of the more expensive payroll providers, sure, but I've been blown away by some of these paychecks and QuickBooks invoices. They're raising their prices. And through BNI, I always give preferred pricing. I want you guys to like and refer me, same way I like and refer you guys. So we never want price to be the issue. ADP is not for small businesses. It's not true. There are ADP software that's built for really big businesses, but ADP has a special software called Run, which is what I sell, literally designed for small businesses. I don't want to rock the boat. Very cheesy sales analogy. Would you rather fix a roof when it's raining or when it's sunny outside? The transition's not that difficult, and there have been a few people in the group that I've moved over from paychecks that you can talk to. So on that slide, that we made the transition happen very quickly. Same with I don't have time to switch. It really only takes a week of you and I talking to move you over. And other services that are integrated, we can still keep a lot of those integrations. So you don't have to worry about losing those. Next
About 30
slide.
more seconds. 30 more seconds.
Perfect. I think this is it. Why me? So, some of you guys have expressed that the ADP reps are out there, and they certainly are. I'm one of like 30 or 40 in our office, but thanks to you guys and other things, I'm actually a really high producer in ADP. I've been there for almost 4 years, and I brought over 200 businesses. I have experience in a lot of our leading competitors, and I give all my people have my cell phone number. There's like 300 business owners out there with my cell phone number, and I don't get many calls about service, which I think is just a testament to how great our team is. And ADP is my small business. I'm the one that's going out in the field. I only go in the office once a week. So for me, this is my business. It's how I make my money. So if you're working with me, you know you're getting someone who cares about you and wants to do the best by you. So let's do some one-to-ones. Always looking to talk to new people, but thank you all very much. Hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ben. Now let's get back to one of our more important parts.